Producer Brian was asking me about these today. I used to see them once a week, all right, or little ants. This gets rid of them all. Let me introduce our special guest, Mr. Chad Allen, standing by. Chad, first of all, welcome. This is probably my favorite configuration. It's a one and done, and it's never been easier. How you doing there, buddy?
Hey, Guy. Yes, I mean, would it really be a go-to summer guy show if I wasn't here? I mean, hello. It's summertime. And when it's summertime, especially here in Tampa Bay, where Guy and I live, if it's really hot outside, the bugs want to come inside. And the same thing happens again in that transition period when it gets cold outside. So this is a great time of year to pick these up, because I'm sure right now is when you're seeing the spiders and the cockroaches and the mice and the rats and the ants. Oh gosh, this is the time you're seeing the big five really try to get more comfortable, let's say. And so Bell and Howell, this is actually how they started at HSN 10 years ago with the Bell and Howell Pest Repellers. But what is it? What exactly does it do? Well, you see that little grate right there? There's a speaker on the inside, and then there's a computer chip and some technology inside that sends out an ultrasonic frequency when it's plugged into the room. It sends it out like a radio wave out into the room. You can't hear it. Your husband, your dogs, your cats, babies, nobody can hear it except the things that are proven in this video and on your screen. That mice, the ants, the rats, the roaches, the spiders, they all hear that ultrasonic frequency, the things on your screen, or things in their, in their family. So if you have a gerbil or a hamster, don't put this in the room with those if you're keeping a gerbil or a hamster as a pet. So all you're gonna do is plug it in. This is exactly how it works. This is the installation. And no matter if you're getting, no matter if you're plugging in the little minis or the bigger ones, they all work exactly the same. It's one per room, okay? So you take any standard outlet, you take your ultrasonic pest repeller, you plug it in. That's it. That's literally the installation. There's no cost of ownership. There's never going to be anything to replace. There's no smell. There's no filter. And in fact, even on some of these, there's those night lights on the bottom. Watch when I cover up the light sensor on top. See how those lights come on right there? Look, I'll take my hand away. I'll cover up that light sensor, and there's actually little night lights built in. So those might be perfect for the bathroom, maybe the kitchen, the hallway, things like that. And then take these smaller ones, put them on the kitchen counter. Take the ones without the night lights, put them in the bedroom. One per room, and don't forget about the big openings of your home. We're talking about the garages, the attics, the doorways. Put it at an outlet closest to where these things might come in, and don't forget your kitchen drains. That's where some of those ants and things can get, especially cockroaches, can get into your home, because forever, we've had to be reactive, right? Once you see those things, you go out and you buy poisons and chemicals and sprays. And the stuff in this bucket here is only for roaches and ants, okay? And then you have to be reactive, not proactive, with mice and rats, right? Oh, these are the absolute worst. 3 o'clock in the morning this goes, 3 o'clock, nobody wants to change the dead carcass out of that. But Guy, with the Bell and Howell Pest Repeller, we're proactive. We're taking care of the problem before it ever exists. And I'll be remiss to say, if I didn't hit on, and you can back me up on this, Bell and Howell had testing, HSN had testing, and then after so many years of selling these, we said, let's take it one step further. Let's really prove it to the world that these work, because it's so unbelievable that something like this can exist. So we went out and got third-party, independent laboratory testing on the big five. The mice, the rats, the ants, the roaches, and the spiders. And that's why we're able to make the claims that we're making here today. It wasn't Bell and Howell people. It wasn't Chad Allen. It wasn't Guy Yovan. It wasn't HSN. People we did not know put these to the test. A laboratory, scientists. We have document after document to prove it. That roaches, mice, ants, roaches, spiders, they want to get out. They want to get out of the room where these are in. So, Guy, this is the proactive way to take care of your pest problem.
That is why I tell everybody, give them 2 to 3 days, all right? Because I've read some reviews, well, they didn't work because I saw a bug. You saw a bug because it's trying to get the you-know-what out of your house. That's why you saw it. So give it a couple of days. I was the same way. I have not seen a cockroach in my house. I can't even remember, all right? Even if if I move a refrigerator and one runs out, it just wants to get out of the house, all right? So this is a way without poison, without traps, without bait, All right, and let's face it, what are you going to kill all the cockroaches in the world? No. The spiders, no. They were here billions of years ago, all right? They're going to be here probably after us. I just don't want to live with them. And I grew up in a restaurant business, right? I worked in the restaurant business for 15 years, where I used to sweat every day worrying if a cockroach was going to run across the wall in a restaurant because we were right next to the movie theater. And the movie theater had popcorn, and they left it all over. It was a mess. Anyway, I encourage you to try it. Remember, you're going to get 9 of them. You get 3 of the minis. You get 3 with the nightlight, and then you get 3 with the, and by the way, I'll turn them so you can see. These actually have, well, you can't see that one because they got them, they have them all inside. But right there, you can see there's an extra outlet there so you don't lose that plug. So you can still plug something into that if you want. It's a one and done way to treat your home without actually treating your home. And let me tell you, I got enough stuff. You know, I had the termite problem, and termites, you know, that's a whole different animal. Something you got to do like every 8 to 10 years here in Florida. It's funny because I never saw any of them, right? Every once in a while I'd see, you know, a little this, a little that. This works on all the other things, okay? It works on spiders. And I think, Chad, the worst for me is spiders because you don't really see a spider. You just get bit by a spider. You know, then you see it and you're looking around and you're like, where is there? You know, spiders can be that big, and yet they'll leave a welt on you that's as big as a quarter. So if you care about your kids, your family, even your pets, and you want those bugs out of your house, maybe you got a mouse problem, maybe you got a rat problem, try these out for 30 days. You can always return them. I've used them for years. I use those, and I use my Naturally Green, which is my cedar-based formula, and I spray all the thresholds, and I save so much money versus traditional pest control, and you will too. Chad Allen, great job, as always. You'll be back.
Hey, thanks, and I will. Just another legacy item from Bell & Howell coming up in just a few.
I love those lights. Those are my favorite lights.